accordingly. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing it in a private message that I am audible. Okay, respected participants, from today's onwards, we are embarking upon a new journey. And in this journey, what we are supposed to do, we have already, in the previous sessions, we have covered a lot many details. We are well aware of choosing a favorite writer, favorite genre, favorite age, hobbies, and all the things. We have already discussed all details. In today's session, we will try to proceed further. We will take another step, and that is towards mock interviews. So the recorded sessions of these mock interviews will be available, inshallah, for you guys. So in case you listen these interviews after the session, you may request at MOCC's official number, that is 033 14003 this is the number, and in fact, if you are going to contact me on my number, I will not be able to provide you the recording. So please save this number with MOCC's, the official number, so they are going to provide you the recordings of your session. In today's session, once we are done with 2 mock interviews, I will recommend, I will suggest, we will discuss, I will assign some questions from the previous interviews. My today's goal is to cover the age of Chaucer. So I will definitely discuss some questions with you. Those questions that have been the part of the previous sessions, previous interviews. I'm talking about the PPSC's interview. So these questions and these parameters that we will discuss after today's sessions, today's interview sessions, you're supposed to complete these questions at your own. Plus, in case you find difficulty anywhere, you may contact me. You may discuss all the things in a class. So we are supposed to proceed further with 2 aspirants. First aspirant is Fatima. So we have Ms. Fatima with us. You're just supposed to raise your hand or leave a message in the chat box if you're there, Ms. Fatima. Ms. Fatima is there. We will wait for some seconds in case Ms. Fatima, okay, Ms. Fatima is there. In case a participant is not there, we will definitely request the next available participant, and this slot will be considered unfortunately consumed because it is morally and ethically wrong if we are supposed to be at somewhere and if we are just ignoring that particular activity. So we will try our level best to facilitate you in case there is any genuine emergency. But please, please, please do not go for casualties. Do not try to skip these important interviews just because you are feeling shy, you are not able to proceed further, because you are thinking you're not prepared well. So these are not the good suggestions. You shouldn't go for that. Well, Ms. Fatima, you may unmute yourself after some seconds. Okay, now you can unmute yourself, Ms. Fatima. Just let me open your mic. Okay, so Ms. Fatima, informally, how you're fine?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
Good. Proceed further. Formally speaking, Ms. Fatima. You have completed your master's in literature.
Not only in literature, but I have a hybrid degree. I did my master's in English literature and language.
Why literature and language? Why not any other degree?
So at that time, the university which I selected to be there, they were offering only a hybrid degree. So it was a demand of that time to go into a hybrid degree. I didn't have a choice there.
All right. Well, what is the meaning of this word that you have used, hybrid? What do you understand by hybrid?
As far as my understanding is concerned, the hybrid means a mixture of two two approaches, you can say, or two different domains, I mean.
Okay. As you have mentioned in your session, in your interview, that you your degree is a hybrid degree. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I'm sure that you are well aware of linguistics and you have used and you have read etymology. Etymology, that is, in which we go back and try to find out the historical perspectives.
Of the word.
What do you feel about this word hybrid? So what is the etymology of this word?
I'm
Do
sorry.
you think this is a word of English? Okay, all right. No worries. By the way, hybrid for the very first time it was used in 1600, and the hybrid means actually when you are not going to mix something, but when you are going when two things have same background. Okay, the background is the same, and then you have blended them in a single form. That is the hybrid one. Maybe the cultures, the traditions may be called, maybe put in this very definition of hybrid, and the literature and language, they may be called hybrid, but we will have to defend this particular definition. Okay, proceeding further, literature and language and linguistics. What do you understand by the very term literature? What is the very definition of literature? I just need definition in a single line. What
Uh,
literature is?
in a single line, we can say that literature is whatever life is.
Oh, yes, that's very true. That's true. Well, well, Miss Fatima, you have perfectly fine manners. You have defined literature. Is any book that book has for literature or linguistics, or because the university was offering this program, so that is the reason you are there in literature?
Yes, it is a fact that university was offering, but before university was offering, I was there to decide that whether I want to do my master's in English language or literature or in something else. So it was my own decision to choose English, whether literature or linguistics. But it was my own decision to choose English language or English literature.
Okay,
So
what are your, okay, that's fine, fair enough. What are your hobbies?
my hobby is to read books, to read newspapers, and what may come in front of you, you can say.
Okay, so okay, good. So you are a book reader, you are a bibliophile, we may call you.
You,
We may call you bibliophile.
sir, I literally do not know the meaning of the term that you are using for me, so I apologize for this one.
Okay, bibliophile means a person who has a great love for the books. Because you have mentioned that book reading is your hobby, so it means that you're a bibliophile, a person who's having great love for books. Okay, you have mentioned newspaper as well. So may I know the name of the paper that you are reading nowadays? Ms. Fatima, should I repeat my question? May I know the paper that you're reading nowadays, that you consult on daily basis?
Dunia News.
Okay, that's an Urdu newspaper. So
Yes.
what is the name of the book that you are reading? You have completed recently?
I think
You have mentioned that is your hobby. So I'm sure that you have completed a book recently.
no, I haven't read any book quite recently, but earlier I have read.
What is the name of the book?
It was basically a novel by Nimra Ahmed. So,
We were not expecting a distortion, but there is a distortion. What I perceive is Nimra Ahmed, but I could not get the name of the novel, Nimra Ahmed.
Halim by Nimra Ahmed.
Okay, okay, all right. So Nimra is a very good writer. By the way, Nimra, you know, she is a Pakistani writer and she's famous for Urdu language, for her Urdu novels. So
Yes,
why you are inspired by Nimra Ahmed? What do you feel? What occasion of Nimra's writing? Don't you feel she is, you know, she's exaggerating, she's talking, writing like Ishfaq Ahmed Khan when he Ahmed Khan, from about Nimra Ahmed. So don't you know all the things?
I think it may vary from person to person. I like Nimra Ahmed for the message that she conveys, for the themes that she chooses. When I study, you know, in that particular novel, Halim, that I have read, I can talk only about that one. And I do feel that she writes with the session, and she writes with the, you know, a historical background to tell you, like in that novel, gives uh, she gives a definition about politics, and she you know projects the things how were the things were in the 16th or the 17th centuries, and how are they similar now. Like she compares and gives you know similarities and differences between different you know two different domains, like kingship and democracy.
Mm.
So
All
she
right,
puts,
fair enough.
and she tells that
Mm.
how are different and how things are same in both the different you know political we can say
Mm.
political you know
Mm. Okay,
methods.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Forms.
So you know, Nimra Ahmed is quite close to a very famous Pakistani celebrity. You know, she's even the relative of that particular person and is a very famous person in Pakistan. You know what is the name of that celebrity? Nimra's father was even the first cousin of that person. He is still.
I don't know, but
Well,
I may guess that from Halim that particularly he may be Imran Khan, because Halim he has given a very you know she has given the details of Imran Khan's life and chunks from there. So I may guess that, but I'm not exact about that.
your answer is up to the mark. Actually, her father is a first cousin of Mr. Khan. Okay, all right. Proceeding further towards your favorite writer, and after that, we will definitely talk about your favorite genre and the poet as well. By the way, the last question about your favorite writer, why she's still single? Nimra Ahmed, you know, didn't go for marriage. You know, her books, she has mentioned the reasons. So, in case you have read that particular reason in her books.
No, sir, I haven't read. I may apologize for that.
Okay. Okay, you need to explore these details because her age is 31 years old. She is 31 years old, and so maybe you need to explore all the details. Well,
Okay.
talking about English literature, any favorite writer from English literature? I'm talking about what is your favorite genre, by the way?
Drama.
Drama. Well, the very word drama has been driven from which particular language?
Drama is a Latin word.
Okay, are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is a word from Latin language.
Yes.
You need a revision, perhaps. Latin or some other word is there? Okay, fair enough. The next question is, what is the name of your favorite drama? Favorite dramatist, first of all.
Christopher Marlowe.
Just fine. Marlowe is there. Why Marlowe? Even William Shakespeare is there. So why Christopher Marlowe? Why you didn't choose Shakespeare? You know, Shakespeare has been translated in all living languages. So why Christopher Marlowe? Because his work is, you know, minor as compared to Shakespeare. Is it the reason?
No, sir, that is not the reason. But
Okay, fine. Okay, so how many dramas of Christopher Marlowe you have read, Miss Fatima?
2. The Jew of
Two
Malta
dramas.
and yes, Dr. Faustus.
Jew of Malta. Because Christopher Marlowe is your favorite writer and you have read 2 plays of Christopher Marlowe, may I know just the year of birth of Christopher Marlowe? Year of birth. That's very famous one.
Yes, sir. He was born in 1564. That is also the year of birth of Shakespeare, and he was born in Canterbury to a shoemaker family.
That's fine. And remember about the year of his death when he died?
Yes, I do remember that he died by stabbing, and the name of that person was Kingdom Fraser, and he died in 1593.
Very good. That's exactly up to the mark. Okay, so Jew of Malta is the name of what is the
that it indicates towards the famous tragedy of the rich Jew of Malta, and it's about the Machiavelli spirit, you can say. So this is how it's important.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Do you remember the name of the Jew of Malta? Because it's not the complete title, Jew of Malta, the full name of the play, because it's your favorite one, so I'm sure that you remember the full title of the play.
The famous tragedy of the rich Jew of Malta is the full title of the play, The Jew of Malta.
Oh, exactly. As it was played before king and queens in his Majesty's Theatre of Whitehalls. Basically, it was a long title, so Christopher Marlowe was supposed to short it because there was the order of the day. Okay, so what is famous protagonist of Jew of Malta?
His name is
His name is
Barabbas.
okay, yes, Barabbas. So Barabbas is a Jewish merchant who is only who's having care for his daughter Abigail and just for his fortune. Do you really feel at any stage in the play Barabbas is really concerned about Abigail?
No, I don't think so that he was concerned about his daughter, because when it comes to that point, he doesn't choose her basically. He always chooses money and monetary benefits, and he doesn't even regret when his daughter. I don't feel so that he was very his daughter. He didn't have any concern. And
Okay, all right. So you feel that he was not a person of enjoying worth. That is the reason Barabbas is not a character having enough respect and the actual respect for, well, of this particular drama, what is the theme of this play? If I say that you have mentioned Machiavellian approach is the theme of this play, so do you agree with this statement that yes, Machiavellian approach is there in the play?
Yes, I do. I do agree that Machiavellian spirit is favored and is advocated and is is being preached by the author through the fortune of Barabbas, the major character of the play.
Okay, all right. Last question from this very play. Deception may be regarded as a second important theme of the geo. Do you same deception in Dr. Foster's and plays of Christopher Marlowe?
Sir, you may rephrase the question because I'm not getting the exact.
Yes. Okay.
I only this there.
Okay, I'm saying, you know, the many characters in the Geo of Malta, they are deceiving one another. Okay, they're deceiving one another. Abigail is, you know, is the exceptional one, but other characters, they are just pretending that
As far as the question of Dr. Fawcett is concerned, I can say that deception is also a theme there because in Dr. Fawcett we see that the very himself. So I can say
okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ms. Fatim. Lastly, have you read, because you have mentioned that these two plays are your favorite one, any quotation from Geo of Malta that you remember while reading the text? Any quotation from Geo of Malta, if you have remember?
Let me remember. Let me recall this. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no worries. Should we conclude the interview here, or okay, that's fine. Well, Ms. Fatima, thank you so much. It was such a brief introduction and such a brief interview, but everything was not up to the mark. There are some points that you need to work. So first of all, whenever you're talking about literature and linguistics, it's about the feedback. So relax हो जाइए. There is no need to worry about here. इंटरव्यू हमारा जो है वो फॉर्मल डिस्कशन खत्म हो गई. अब आप अनफॉर्मली बात कर सकते हैं, क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं. 9:35 पे हम जो हमारे नेक्स्ट पार्टिसिपेंट उनसे अच्छा देखें, जब आपने लिटरेचर एंड लिंग्विस्टिक्स की बात की, आप कोशिश करेंगे कि आप इसमें जो है वो आप एक फेवरेट जॉनरा जो अपना इंक्लाइन जो है वो शो कर देंगे. यू मे से कि मैं लिटरेचर मैंने पढ़ा बट आई एम मोर इंक्लाइन टुवर्ड्स लिंग्विस्टिक्स, और मैंने लिंग्विस्टिक्स को पढ़ा बट आई एम मोर इंक्लाइन टुवर्ड्स लिटरेचर. ठीक है, तो आप दोनों में से एक जॉनरा को यहाँ पे स्किलफुली जो है वो पिक करने की कोशिश कीजिए. सेकंड, जब भी आपने बोलना है, जब भी आपने बात करनी है मिस फातिमा, ऐसे वर्ड्स को आप अवॉइड करेंगे कि जो क्वेश्चंस को लीड कर सकते हो. जिस तरह से आपने वर्ड हाइब्रिड बोला, अब हाइब्रिड जो है वो डेफिनेटली लिसनर के ज़हन में जरूर आता है कि आपका लिंग्विस्टिक्स की तरफ रुझान है, आप लिंग्विस्टिक्स को आपने बताया बड़ी इंटरेस्टेड हैं आप, तो आपको वो मुमकिन है कि इसका हिस्टोरिकल पर्सपेक्टिव पूछ ले, और ये वर्ड जो है वो बहुत इन है. ठीक है, हाइब्रिड जो है वो हाइब्रिड वॉर्स होते हैं, हाइब्रिड कार्स होती हैं, हाइब्रिड इरा होते हैं, हाइब्रिड जनरेशंस होती हैं. ठीक है, हाइब्रिड एनिमल्स होते हैं. सो ऐसे वर्ड जब आप यूज करेंगे तो मुमकिन है कि चेयरमैन जो है वो हाइब्रिड वॉर्स की तरफ ले जाए, हाइब्रिड डेमोक्रेसी की तरफ ले जाए, ठीक है। सो इन वर्ड्स को एक तो अवॉइड कीजिए जो लीड कर सकें फर्दर क्वेश्चंस की तरफ, ठीक है जी। अच्छा, दूसरा जो है आप जो हैं उन्होंने जब भी हमने बिब्लियो फाइल की बात की, ये काफी फेमस टर्म है लेकिन डेफिनेटली हम सब इंसान हैं, हमें नहीं याद रहती हैं कुछ चीजें। ये ऐसी बेसिक टर्म्स का कोशिश करें कि पता होना चाहिए। व्हेन समवन इज सेइंग कि आप बिब्लियोफाइल हैं, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इसका क्या है, या आपको एक्सप्रेशन से मुमकिन है कि आपको आइडिया हो जाना चाहिए कि अगर कोई बिब्लियोफाइल कह रहा है कोई वो बुराई तो कर नहीं सकता है, ठीक है। तो इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग कि जी मुझे इसका नहीं पता, अगर हम यहाँ पे कुछ कवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो दैट विल बी द फाइन थिंग, जो हमारे लिए बेहतर, ठीक है। होने चाहिए बैट्समैन जो, तो अल्लाह आप सबको गाइड करें, दैट्स वेरी गुड। अच्छा जी, नेक्स्ट इसके बाद आगे चलते हैं। आपने निम्रा अहमद को चूज किया। निम्रा अहमद जो है फेमस हैं काफी, एटलीस्ट मैंने तो इनको पढ़ा हुआ है निम्रा अहमद को, तो हम एज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि अगर मैंने पढ़ा हुआ है तो डेफिनेटली हैं अगर आप इंटरेस्टेड हैं उर्दू आपको उसी लिटरेचर में बताना चाह रहे हैं, आप देर तक खुद को ओके सॉरी, ठीक है। हम बात कर रहे थे, सो यहाँ तक मिस फातिमा आपको चीजें क्लियर हैं?
सर मुझे ना आपको बताना था थोड़ा सा, ये जो सारे पॉइंट्स आपने बताए हैं ये बिल्कुल ठीक, मैं इसको जो है नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं इनकी केयर करूंगी। लेकिन मैं आपको ये बता रहा था कि ये जो है ये सिर्फ मैंने फॉर द सेक ऑफ क्योंकि आपने मेरी टर्म लगाई थी फर्स्ट पे, तो वो मैंने फिर उसको स्किप नहीं किया, मैं उसको जो है वो मतलब अनप्रिपेयर्ड सा मैंने एक इंटरव्यू जो है वो आपको दिया है। बाकी कुछ चीजें मैंने आपसे डिस्कस करनी है वो इंशाल्लाह ताला आफ्टर दिस क्लास में आपसे कंसल्ट करके ना, फिर उसके बाद जो है मैं उनको इम्प्रूव भी करूंगी और नेक्स्ट टाइम होप सो कि ज्यादा बेहतर इंटरव्यू जो है वो।
श्योर, इंशाल्लाह दैट्स फाइन। लेकिन आखिर में सिर्फ एक दो चीजें इसमें ये है कि ड्रामा जो है इसका ओरिजिन शायद लैटिन से नहीं है। हमारे पास एस्केलीस का ड्रामा सबसे पहले तो ये ग्रीक से है। ये हमारे पास कुछ ऐसी सुसाइड हमारे हैं इंटरव्यू के कि अगर हमने इन क्वेश्चंस को इस तरह से आंसर किया तो शायद हम जो हैं 50 पे ही आके रुकें और इससे ज्यादा हम नहीं जा सकें। बाकी कॉन्फिडेंस ओवरऑल अच्छा था, क्वेश्चंस को टैकल आपने बड़े अच्छे से किया, बड़े ढंग से किया, और आपने कोशिश किया कि फेस सेविंग जो है कि जिसमें आपने सब क्वेश्चंस को लिया और आप कंफ्यूज नहीं हुए, आपकी जो आवाज़ है वो लड़खड़ाना शुरू नहीं हुई, आपने ढंग से चीज़ों को अटेंड किया। सो दैट्स वेरी गुड कि आपने ये चीज़ें प्लस पॉइंट दी, ठीक है। सो आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आपकी टर्म होगी इंशाल्लाह आप काफ़ी प्रिपेयर होके आएंगे और हम इन तमाम चीज़ों को अच्छे से देख सकेंगे, ठीक है जी। सो यू वेलकम, थैंक यू सो मच। अच्छा जी, मीटिंग हमारी अगर कहीं पे ख़त्म होगी हम वहीं से दोबारा ज्वाइन करेंगे। मूविंग ऑन, यहाँ से रिस्पेक्टिव पार्टिसिपेंट्स हम अगर यहाँ तक किसी और का क्वेश्चन हो वो क्वेश्चन भी अपने बाद में पूछ सकते हैं। अब हम जो हैं वो दूसरे पार्टिसिपेंट जो हैं उनकी तरफ मूव करते हैं। सो वी हैव नेक्स्ट पार्टिसिपेंट एंड दैट इज मिस सरवत इज देयर। सो मिस सरवत, इफ यू आर देयर प्लीज just write yes in the chat box or raise your hand so I may request you to unmute yourself. Okay, Miss Sarvat is there. Okay, that's fine. All right, and here we go with Miss Sarvat's mic. Yeah, Miss Sarvat, you may unmute yourself, please.
Sir John.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you, sir?
I'm perfectly fine. आप कैसे हैं? आप ठीक हैं?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Just try to adjust your mic somewhere कि जहाँ पे हमें डिस्टॉर्शन का सामना ना करना पड़े। ओके जी, Okay. Okay, it is fine now, I think. Okay. So Miss Sarwat, हमने से अपडेट कर दिया। मिस अवध, आई थिंक कि आपको अब आवाज बिल्कुल ठीक आ रही है। जी अपडेट हो गया है तहरीम, अपडेट हो गया। सो चेक कर लें जरा, माइक तो आपका बंद नहीं है, ओपन है, दैट्स फाइन। सो मिस अवध, शुड वी स्टार्ट? के मिस अवध, आप सुन पा रहे हैं? एम यू ऑडिबल? ओके, योर इंटरनेट कनेक्शन इज अ बिट वीक, सो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपको ऑन बोर्ड ही रखें। अच्छा जी, प्रोसीडिंग फर्दर विद सेकंड इंटरव्यू मिस। Okay, so your name is Sarwat. What do you mean
Yes.
by Sarwat? What is the meaning of Sarwat in Urdu?
Okay. My name is Sarwat. Sarwat means dollar, and in English means good name is Sarwat Islam, like the well peace, something like that.
All right. So voice distortion is there. Okay. Yes. So Sarwat, your name is, the meaning of your name is wealth, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
You have mentioned. So why you want to be a lecturer? The very reason is wealth, perhaps. Why you want to be a lecturer?
So the reason is quite simple. Like everyone wants something better in life, and to work as a lecturer, to be on scale 15 is quite a prestigious position that everyone wants to be a sector college exposure, and there are so many things. Besides this, as his utmost desire that he wants to see his daughter as a lecturer, and it's also most the teachers are kind, of profits. So, such a teachers by our religion also. So these are some of the things that really make me confident and really inspire me to be a lecturer.
Because of owing to continuous voice distortion, we are feeling that we could not understand anything, Ms. Awad. So we are not going to ask this question again, but you need to, set up your internet connection in this way so that there is no distortion once again. Okay, so please try to do something. If you're using any data connection, you may just switch it off for 1 second and you may switch it on so that we may proceed further. Oh yes, Usma, it is. Okay, it is fine now. It is fine now. So you want to be a lecturer because of multiple reasons that you have narrated, and okay, you have done. What is your last qualification, latest qualification?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. What is your latest qualification, Mr. Sarwat?
Sir, I have done MA English in 2018, and since then I devoted myself to the teaching profession. Just recently, I have taken admission in MPhil.
Okay, right. So, MA English from which university?
Sir, from University of Punjab, but through a college affiliated from that university.
Okay, all right. So, in 2018, so what you were doing after that since 2018?
Sir, as I cleared. I passed my master's in 2018. Since then, I devoted myself to the teaching profession. Since then, I'm working in Gazetted Regional Public School.
Okay, you are a teacher.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by formative assessment and summative assessment?
Formative assessments are the assessments that we take from the students, not as a whole, but in parts. Like we divide their syllabus, their curriculum in parts, and like after 1 week or after 1 month, we continue to have their evaluation. And then we form some certain analysis and we give responses to the students. Summative assessment involves the whole body of the curriculum or the whole of the works that we have taught to our students, and it is at most improvement. It's most of funded in the sense summative assessment.
Fair enough. Can you just pinpoint 3 major differences between formative assessment and summative assessment? 3 major differences, just 3 major differences.
So formative assessment is easy to take and easy to form out results. It is easy to give feedback to the students, and it can bring some positive changes in the students too, because the teacher and the students both have enough time to mend their ways or to change their teaching and learning strategies or methodologies. But as we know that summative assessment is taken as a whole towards the end of the term or by the end of the year, so there is least chance of improvement. Rather, no chance of improvement. It is somewhat difficult to hold and maintain, and it is difficult for the students also to memorize the bulk of the.
All right. Okay, just changing the very questions pattern. Do you know, when we say poet of beauty, a name comes in our mind. What is the specific name?
None other than the famous romantic poet, the pure poet, John Keats.
Okay, so have you read John Keats?
Yes, sir, I have read.
John Keats.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you mean by ode?
Basically means to address someone, and his junkie 6 odes are famous ones. Let's talk about first ode. Ode means to address someone or to invoke someone. In his all 6 odes, he has invoked or he has addressed some animate or inanimate objects also. And he started writing these odes in, I guess, spring 1817, and this his date